So what's up, YouTube? I just did one of these for my Facebook page, but I figure it's been a while since I've added anything to my YouTube channel. So with no further ado, let's get started. I'm going to make an 8-point whitetail buck head. It's going to be a companion piece to the one that I did for my Facebook stream. Both will be used on a set of wine glasses. So let's see what we can come up with here. Hopefully we can match them up pretty good. Clean up the ends of some glass here. Wake the dragon a little bit. So I'm using 16 mil rod, or was this 16? Yeah, it looks like 16 mil rod for the base of the shoulders and neck. Let's get this hot so I can clean up the end here. See if I can turn you guys a little bit here. Get a little bit better view maybe, get out of the light some. Alright, let's get pretty hot. I'll just clean the end of this up. Get rid of the boiled glass and what have you. Alright, and we're going to need a handle rod. This one here ought to do just fine, right? So get that cleaned up. Yes, I realize I could have had all this done already a long time ago before starting the stream, but you know, what fun would that be? That would be being prepared, and I don't do that so well. Keeps things adventurous, you know? Got a big chunk of bad stuff on here. It's just for a handle, so it can be almost as good. Now, the tricky part of this is that in order to get them matched up, I have to pull the one that I have done out of the kiln. And I'll give you guys a look at that, because if nothing else, I want somebody to be able to see a completed one. See how it goes. These have been giving me a hard time lately. My theory about being watched and not screwing up has panned out for me so far. So to get them matched up, like I said, I'm going to have to pull this one out of the kiln, so I have something to look at when I'm stretching it out. So let me grab that real quick. Give you a quick look at it here. This is the one I've got done already. It's ready for a cup and foot. So I'm just going to put that up there right in front of me. It's still catching heat. I just want to be able to look at it so I have a height reference and things like that. I'll start heating up our stock rod here. Get a good gather going. Hopefully my phone doesn't overheat sitting there where it's at. Alright. Starting to get a gather going. Keeping my handle rod hot. We're finally into the project, folks. Finally into it. Get a good gather up here. Keeping an eye on my completed piece for reference. That looks like it'll be about good for the start. We will just roll this on here. Keep it straight. Okay, we'll start heating up the other side here. Sure everything's melted in down here. We don't want any creases or bubbles trapped or any of that nonsense. That good and melted in. Keep it straight. Straightish. Alright. So we'll come back over the top. Stock rod. Come up. Come down. I'll melt this all in. Next, we're just slowly drawing it upwards. Kind of be able to match our so we'll cut off the excess here for the head that we're going to need. Always add a little bit more if I need it. Molten glass whips. Good times. Alright, so now I'll start melting down the head here. We'll try to match it up as close as we can here. So I'm probably going to have to add a little bit more glass. We'll see. We're not there yet. see, we actually got it coming down a little bit more. Melt this down just a little bit more. Get it straight. Again. Okay, now once I close up this gap here a little bit, I think we'll be good. It wouldn't take quite so long, except these have to match up. I see my phone's getting kind of hot here. Hopefully it doesn't overheat on me. Try to angle my torch away a little bit. So I just got to condense down the front portion just to thicken that neck area up. Use the mini torch to get rid of any seam or crease in there. Want that side to stop moving. I'll just thicken this up. Now we have the base head shape. Now we'll have facial part, snout, nose. Then we'll heat up a section of this bigger stuff here. Looks good, man. This doesn't have to be very much. Just a little nose coming off here. If you add too much, it looks kind of disproportionate to the way that it's supposed to. If you add too little, same problem. That's probably about good there. Drop that down. Okay. Let that hang a little bit. A little bit more. Just let gravity kind of do the work for me here. Check it. Make sure we get close to the same size here. Good. So we got a bit of tooling to do now. We'll start from down here. And then from here, kind of shape out the side of the head. Okay. Like that. You got the top of the nose here. And we'll round it out. The reamer, we're going to center on the head. Give ourselves that the divider in the skull. There we go. Carry it down the nose a little bit. Yeah. Do a little bit more tooling on the face here. Getting messages. Sorry if that messes up the video at all. Then I will cut in a little bit of a mouth here. Don't want to go too deep. Just something to represent the mouth. Not trying to get too detailed. Okay. Got that. Now we'll open up the eyes. So here's where we're at so far. Now we'll open the eyes up. A sharper flame here. Same thing on the other side. Quite hot enough. Pull down just to open them up a little bit. So there we go. Our deer has some eyes. I don't know how well that's coming through. He has eyes. I'm just gonna have to take my word for it. All right. So I'll poke in a nose here. Got a nose. Final shaping on the jaw here. we're looking pretty close. Pretty close, I'd say. Okay. Now, the final shaping on the sides of the head here. Last couple angles. Tool marks off. It's pretty good. Now we can add some antlers. Now I'm dropping down to some 7mm rod. I'm going to heat up a little bit more toward the back of the skull here. A little gather going. Touch down, pull up, and start drawing the rod out. Start making our antlers. Coming up first, out, down, to a point. Here. Make sure we're within reason. Yeah, very well within reason. Alright, so that's our first one. Go ahead and melt that in. There we go. Rebend that just a little bit. There we go. And I'll go in for the other one. As soon as I can find my glass here. There we go. We'll try to match this one up on the other side. Start heating and drying this one out. And keep the diameter about the same. There we go. So now I got both antlers on, the main beams. While we've done that, we'll take a mini torch, get in there, make sure those bases are all happy. Now I suppose I should mention that I am by no means a master at making deer. As I was saying earlier, this has been kind of a rough project. I made one as a prototype. And it turned out fantastic. Then I couldn't remember how I made it. So I wasn't able to duplicate it. But now, I think I've found something that works. I guess the end customer will be the judge. I don't think anybody's going to have no problem with nothing. Alright. Well, we can start adding our points. Keep that up. We'll start on the inner inner tines here. Just touch, give it a pull. Same thing here, switch sides. Just touch, give it a pull. Okay, shorten this one up just a little bit. Alright, there's our first two. We'll keep on moving. So we have time to seal them all in. So right at about the peak of the arch, slightly smaller, slightly larger gather. Touch, start pulling it out. A nice taper, nice sharp termination. Again, other side. Helps to switch back and forth, and then you're more likely to be able to match up the tines. Short taper. It's alright. A little more bend here. Okay. Back to the other side for a final one. Got both. Touch. Start pulling. A sharp termination. Same thing on the other side. Everything's even. So we got an 8-point buck. We'll give him some ears. So while we're in the area, just go down here. Heat up the section right at the base of the antlers. Get a little gather going. Just give it a flatten on both sides a few times. Flatten, 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 flatten. And we'll go ahead and heat up just at the base of the antler. Tag it. Give it a small pull. Let it cool for a second. And heat up the stock rod end. Slowly start to draw the ear out to a taper. So you get that deer ear kind of look. If you don't know what a deer ear looks like, well, you should probably look up a deer before you start making this. It helps. Same thing on the other side. Flatten, 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 flatten. Right at the base of the antler. Just touch. Little pull. Let it cool. And start tapering it up. Alright, so that one's kind of facing a little bit the wrong direction, so just take that, give it a little twist. There we go. There's got ears. Go back in with the mini torch. Make sure those inside angles are cleared up. Don't want any stress in there. Let's see here, we're gonna pull this guy a little bit. There we go. Pretty happy with that. Alright. So that pretty much concludes this portion of the video. Basically just going to add, going to add a little bit of glass to the top of the head here. And that'll support the cup for the wine glass. And I'll flatten out the back end here, and it'll create the shoulder of the mount, and that'll make the goblet top and foot and put together the set of wine glasses. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you learned something or enjoyed yourself. Yeah, peace guys.